Good evening, everyone, and welcome to GrayManPrepping. It is time for that remarkable day of the week known as Tactical Tuesday. And tonight we're going to talk about tactics specifically, because tonight's topic is, and how's everybody doing out there? Let me find out. Let me switch over here to the side chat. Oh, got some more people that came in, so let's go to the top and read them off. So CR was the first one in here. That's Creative Redundancy from north of the border, followed by Phelan Clan Wolf, then Shadow Scout Swede, and everybody's chit-chatting there. Next one coming in was Aidenair and Kimberly Gila, then CB at Hugo Homestead. Let's see here. Brenda at Duncan 1900 Homestead is here. Devil Dog Prepper. Just trying to keep up here so I don't miss somebody. Jay is in the house. And I've caught up. Okay, so we got 12 watching, 11 thumbs up, pretty good. If you're lurking is fine. Just make sure you hit the thumbs up and just say, "Hey, I'm going to be lurking." And Oliver Wendell Douglas is here, aka CB's boyfriend. Alrighty, so before I forget, I'm going to drop this in here for a few of the ones to see if they want to come up here. Oh, yeah. That is my son's dream truck. It's put out by Plan B Supply out of Provo, Utah. And they customized the deuce and a halves and the 5-tonners. Like you can see up here, they added they raised up the roof, and they added a crew. Move my hand right there. It is the crew cab door to it. And so it also has a roof hatch on it, too. And Lori is here. Woo-hoo. Tennessee Tactical One. Well, thank you very much, Jeremy. Thank you very much. All righty. So, I actually better scroll back up there and pin that message before it scrolls out of sight. Pin message. Make sure I grab the right one. Yep. Okay. Got it. Okay. All righty. So let's, this is a subject that, how do I want to start this off? All right. Several years ago, prior to January 2020, a lot of the channels, big thing was talking about was bug out bags, bug out bags, bug out bags. Well, after the Red Dragon reared its ugly head, and all of a sudden people are, about it. I'd say it really kind of kicked off a year later in 2021. It's get home bags, get home bags, get home bags. Cool, get home bags. Do you have a plan to use that bag? And that's kind of what we're going to be talking about tonight. When I switch over here to, there we go, to the get home plan. And you notice I put winter get home plan because it's going to be different than the summer get home plan. And I hope everybody can obviously see some differences right off the bat. So let me come on down here. Okay, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. All right, you may have a bag, but if you don't have a plan to use that bag to its fullest potential, you're going to have a problem. So you could have a problem. And hopefully your plan isn't to, "Hey, give me a ride, dude. I need to get home." Or it's just like, "Oh, I'm just going to hoof it home no matter what the weather is." Yep. That's what a lot of people are doing. Pray it'll get them home. So we're going to talk about hopefully give you some options and some ideas here tonight to ensure yourself getting home a little bit better. If anybody wants to know what that is, go look it up. Go Google it on a separate tab. All right. Because one of the big differences between summer and winter is temperature. The next big thing is, oh, there's could be this white stuff on the ground, or this black stuff known as black ice. That's going to could cause. Hey, Tibor, how's it going? Okay, yeah, I just threw 2 pictures up there, so we're going to talk about it here. All right, so one of the things that people forget about difference between a summer get home plan and a winter get home plan. Oh, summertime, yeah, I'm gonna have lots of water in my bag because I get dehydrated and stuff. And you ask them, well, you have that same water in your get home bag for the winter time? Oh, no, it's colder. I'm not gonna be sweating as much. I'm not gonna need that much water. I like to call BS on that because, oops, commercial. Yeah, I've noticed YouTube's been throwing up more commercials on the live streams now. Even when I'm watching other people's live streams, I'm getting ads popping up. And I'm trying to figure out the best, trying to go in and figure out their algorithms to pick the right thing that, limits how many ads they're going to stick on there. So if you get an ad, there's one of the things you can do. Up at the top, if you got Firefox, Edge, or Chrome, generally you can go up there. You click on the tab for what you guys are watching on, and when you right click on it, the thing says duplicate. It's about 1, 2, 3, about six rows down, and you basically open up the one, and you leave the ad playing on the other one. Sometimes when you open up the second one, it won't have an ad on it. Anyways, water. In the wintertime, you still use a lot of water. And if you're out there trudging along with, thermals on and a sweater vest and shirt, jacket, and you got layers on and stuff, you can very easily, without realizing it, start sweating. Because the exertion you're putting out. And that can cause several problems. One, you can run you out of water because you're drinking. All of a sudden, you realize I'm thirsty. You're drinking all of it. It's like, and you're suddenly out of water. 2 is as you start to sweat, you don't notice it at first, but your undergarments are starting to get damp, which can cause a problem that could lead to hypothermia later on. So when you need to be consider the fact that is, all right, this is what I'm wearing. This is what the wind chill is. This is where there is no wind chill. It's calm and I'm getting hot, and it's Joe's here, Grow Big TV. And there's going to be some other issues as well. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a short break here. I'll be right back. Something just came up. I will be right back. Keep the chat going. Talk about stuff. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Urban Garden Chronicles, welcome. And let's see who else came in here while I stepped away for a moment. Sarah Boss is here. All righty. Okay. All right. I just saw, I'm still reading some of the chat comments in the chat here. If it's possible, yes. But there may be other situations that you may mean that you can't stay with the vehicle. All right. Let's see what else did someone else say here. Make small chat. Huh? Ooh, Jeremy got CR. CR said make small chat, and then see tactical says, but then you get thinner. I got the joke. All right. All right. So here. Okay. So layers. If you're walking and you got to pay attention. If you're starting, as soon as you start to heat up a little bit, peel off a layer. That'll help you cool down a bit and keep you from sweating so much, which will keep you from being hurt later on. And yeah, if you're in deeper snow, you're going to be sweating a bit more. Now, one of the things you got to realize is, why are you having to walk home? That's going to be a problem. Is that A, your vehicle broke down, or either in the city, out on the road somewhere, for your vehicle stopped functioning. That's one reason. Another reason could be is the underpass you drive through and stuff is flooded out, and you can't get through. And several of them are flooded out, and it's just the rain's coming down hard, and you can't get through. But the pedestrian overpasses, you can walk, and you can walk home. Yeah, could be an EMP. And like Tennessee says later, otherwise I'm calling a tow truck. All right, sorry to hear about that, Brenda. Yeah, being able to vent clothing, buttons, zippers, Velcro flaps. My brother had a jacket that had armpit zippers, and he would zip those open if he's in the wintertime when he was working construction, and he needed to keep his core hot. But if he started doing too much, he unzipped those, and he would vent heat out from his pits and keep himself from getting too hot too quickly. And then sometimes all you need to do, if your jacket is buttoned up, you just open it up. Speaking of which, like my jacket here, it zips up. I don't need to zip it up all the time. I mean, I just just something on there just to help keep my kidneys warm, and the front can be cool. So DMP walking home. Yeah, exactly. It is going to be a horrible day. And so one of the things, is and I froze, is alternate routes where you drive a normal route. This is a route I drive because this is the quickest way to drive. Well, that may not be the quickest way to walk. And so you need to have alternate routes picked out for walking. Now, the thing is, though, and this is one of the things that kind of gets me a little bit on this topic. Oh, I gotta walk home. No, you don't. You may need to just go over there to Motel 6 and rent a room for the night. It could just be a natural nature acting up, and it's nothing really traumatic. It's just that the river's high. It's the access to get home is blocked. You got to be at work in the morning the next day, anyways. Your car's working fine. You just can't get across to go home. Motel 6 it for the night. That, you don't. Sometimes you don't. Your plan is not to get home. Then your plan is just to survive comfortably. And if you can survive comfortably, because hey, you got to be back at work there again the next day. And if you somehow get across, that means you got to come back across and find your vehicle. And if you, as a Motel 6, you can pull into the parking lot, park right in front of the room you're going to be in, and everything is golden. Your credit card's not going to think it's golden, but you will be pretty well golden for the night. So your plan had, like I said, you have alternates. My get home plan sometimes is not to get home. It's to hunker down where I'm at, get a motel room, whatever, stay with a friend, whatever that you can do so that you're protected from the elements. Shelter. You're seeking shelter from the elements for the night. Okay, Lori, Prairie Rider, aka Lori has the first time school is 40 minutes away. All 3 bridges were out. Good thing I kept no less than a half tank of gas at the time. That's why I slept in the car, went out, shoveled around the car. Yeah, if you're going to be staying in your car and you can't go there and you be firing it now, then hopefully you keep a winter shovel, snow shovel in the car. You keep it cleared around it so that the exhaust goes away from the car. And yeah, you want to keep the exhaust away. So when it comes, like I was talking about the other day, talk about plans and stuff. Living plans are living things. You gotta think about options A, B, C, D, E. Think of all the different options of what could cause you to have a problem getting home in your vehicle, and ways around it. Now, I'm going to change this up here just a little bit here. All right, your vehicle may be running fine, and your primary routes are washed out or flooded out. Have you scouted other directions where it may take you another half hour, an hour to drive home, but you can still drive home? Do you have that in your plan for an alternative route to drive home? Commercial again? Damn, YouTube. Jeez. Oh boy. They better be paying me for all these stupid commercials interruptions. Now, I haven't seen it on the other 2 computers I've got up here monitoring it. I haven't seen ads come up on them, so I'm not sure what's going on. Hey, Prepper 101. What, you mean your mother-in-law's there? All right, Shadow hasn't seen an ad yet. Cool. Okay, so it's just some people, that are getting ads. Good. It's not everybody. Yeah, when they had the snowpocalypse, as Uncle Al calls it. And so there are going to be situations where the problem is not being able to drive home, it's being able to drive a route and that's why you need to explore other ways to get home. If I'm up in Idaho Falls and there's a train derailment and 91 going from Idaho Falls down here is blocked because a railroad car is flopped over onto the highway, I got no other ways around. Well, I have several ways to get around. For me, the quickest way is backtracking, wherever that derailment is, take one of the alternates over to and it froze. Take alternates over to Interstate 15 and head down 15 past well, depending where you know, past the wherever the train wreck is, past that to the next exit, and then come back over to 91 and either head north or south, depending where that one is compared to where the train wreck is at. So if I have to, I can go all the way down to Blackfoot and come back up from Blackfoot. So true. Be prepared, never scared. Thank you, Laurie. And there are, you know, like I say, one thing is make plans. Sit down with, if you're single and you don't have somebody, you know, else, you know, sit down with a friend or whatever that would be in the same situation and plan together and see, because you may come up with one idea and they'll come up with another idea. Now you both have two different alternatives plans to go on because you're working together. Oh yeah, maps. I love it. Now that I'm up here in Idaho, I think I'm going. It's time for, you know, I've just been going around. I have the GPS, you know, Garmin to help me around. But I think it's time to go ahead and drop the money and get the Thomas Brothers book for the area, for the state of Idaho, and that way I just follow it around. Because when I was living in California, I guess about every 3 years, I was buying a new Thomas book because construction in California was off the hook, and roads were changing. New roads were being put in that weren't there before. New ways to get around things, you know. And so I was updating my big, you know, getting a new book, big book, you know, Thomas Brothers map book. It's just, you know, great. I remember stories, historical stories of the Mississippi River freezing over and people taking their wagons across the river. Yes, this was back in the 1830s, 1840s. Hang on. Exactly. And that's the thing is too. You know, you have your get home plan. What if you know, your part where you're going to stay in a hotel and you're not going to come home that night? Do you have you talked to neighbors and stuff to take care of your animals and stuff? Or, you know, and if you have an indoor garden going on that needs to be watered or whatever, do you have a neighbor you trust that, you know, you can have them come in, you know, have a key to get in or whatever to take care of your stuff in your house, pets as well. Uh, okay, just checking up on the chat here. Hey, Kaylin. Kaylin Strain's in the house. Uh, oh, thank you for the comic relief there, Prepper 101. Now, so in your planning to get home, like I said, you have multiple plans, multiple routes, and you need to have an alternative. You know, in your plans, you need to have a you know, a plan Z or whatever, or an appendix to. Oh, I'm not going to try to get home. I'm going to try to get to either a friend's house, a relative's house, or Motel 6 for the night, and see if things have cleared up the next morning. All right, Shadow Scout, have your coffee. I'm going to have water. and if you do have to walk home, do you have the right footwear in your vehicle to change into for that walk home? Now, I know a lot of people, they work in a three-piece suit and they wear dress shoes. That's why I was so glad when I worked at DHS that we didn't have to do that. They gave us tactical clothing gear to wear all the time. The tactical pants with all the pockets on it and stuff. And we had our choice of different types of shirts and stuff to wear. You could wear just a t-shirt with the emblem on it, or you could wear a short sleeve shirt, dress shirt with the emblem on it. It was a all cotton shirt or long sleeve. I wore a long sleeve all the time. Hey, roaming prepper, how's it going? And so, do you have the right, footwear if you're coming from? Well, all right. Let me put it this way. Oh, you just ran into town. You're going to swing by Sam's Club and head over to either Aldi or Winco. You're doing a shopping trip. All right. You're not planning to be trudging around out anywhere other than driving into the parking lot, going into the store, walking around the store, loading up, and then heading home. But something happens. Are you stuck in the footwear you wore, whether they were tennis shoes or whether they were casual dress shoes, whatever it was? Are you ready to go? One of my things is, as soon as I could stop wearing dress shoes, I stopped wearing dress shoes, period. Most of the time I wear boots. I would have to say 99.9% of the time I wear boots. Some good ones. Right now I got a couple pairs of the Carolina work boots. They're made in America. Oh, they're nice, heavy duty, partially insulated, and I got the a little bit larger, so I can I wear thick socks. And so in the wintertime, I'll go from thick summer socks to two pair of a little bit thinner socks for the winter. That way, if the one gets wet, the inner one gets wet, I can peel it off, and I got another spare dry pair to put on to and the drier outer ones go back on over it. Yeah, the snowboarding or ski bib coveralls. Yes, those are great. Especially if you have the ones that have the stirrup on them to keep them down, sort of like a gator type connection on the bottom there. Keep snow from going up inside your inside of them. Okay, if I'm traveling outside my area, bring a small case of water bottles. My truck bag has an empty, just in case I get stranded. Okay, cool. So, all right, man, this is all this good information going by here. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm just going to go with your last initials there, KC. All right, welcome here. Mama Grows, welcome. All right. One of the things that my wife and I have done, especially when she's driving from California up here, and she comes up here several times during the winter. She was buying she'd buy a case of the gallon jugs of the water bottles, but then they're sitting all summer long because she uses them, got them for the wintertime. Well, I went and got her something that is a 1 gallon metal double-walled thermos. Well, basically, it's a gallon thermos type thing, and it's got the multiple. It comes with 2 different types of tops on it. One top has just the drinking thing where you unscrew it and you drink from the small one. You unscrew the big lid, you can pour it out, whatever. And the other one, you replace the cap, and it's got a straw in it, so she can keep it next to her there with the straw, and she just pick the whole thing up and drink from it. Generally, what she uses that gallon of water for is to fill up she has a little bottle that she, like almost little water bottles, 12-ounce ones or 10-ounce ones, and she has two different caps for it. The cap she keeps on is a regular cap. The other cap she has with it keeps in her little tray there, has a hole drilled in it. So she'll switch it off and she'll put the one with the hole on it. And she's having a problem having a problem with the snow or the ice building up on the washers, and she'll give it an extra squeeze of water out there to help melt the any ice and stuff on the wiper blades. Okay, I'm just catching part of the chat here. See if I can drive it. Okay, so yeah. I've been about 12 is when I started wearing. Actually, I started wearing cowboy boots a lot at 8, and then I switched to lace-up boots about 12, but then I had to wear dress shoes to go to church, and finally my dad bought me a good pair of Tony Lamas to wear to church, so I could go back to boots. But yeah, it depends on the boots. People driving the big bulky winter boots, and they don't practice driving with the big boots, can be a problem. My boots. Oh, there you go. These are the Carolina boots I have right now. I also have higher top ones as well, and I got a couple of Red Wing ones as well. So I got a selection of nice boots to wear. But these aren't winter boots. I wear these every month of the year. Just I like boots. Okay, Tibor says cold feet ends a lot of people's outdoors winter fun. Yeah, and it makes a non-fun event even less fun when they start having problems. Yeah, and practice, experiment, change it up. Okay, I'm going to go for a walk now, where you would just sit in the house and do some putter around, do some things, or watch some TV. Get the boots on, go out for a walk, hour walk, whatever, to see if you get out to about halfway, and don't just go out long walk. Do a couple short little loops around. That way, at any time you need to come right back to the house, because okay, this ain't working out. You get a short trip back to the house, and you're not having to trudge through it with your feet starting to freeze. So get out there, practice, work on what you have. Let's see here. Okay, your problems between the other difference between the summer get home plan and the winter get home plan. What happens if you're out there and you're all right? So you're trudging along the snow. You're only going about 1 mile an hour instead of 2.5, 3 miles an hour, and you're not going to make it home. It's going to be well after dark, and you're getting tired and cold, and you're going to want to get some sleep. Well, in the summertime, if you have a little pup tent in the backpack, you can get off the road there, and you can set the pump tent, catch a few Z's, and get home. In the wintertime, you don't want to be in a little pup tent out there in the snow or the sleet or the rain or whatever it is and it's cold and miserable. So that's another problem right there. You have to figure out. We can give you suggestions of granted, so your winter get home bag is probably going to be a little bit bigger than your summer get home bag, because you're going to have some winter gear in there and other clothes like that. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. It's like I agree, Tibor. The only time I wear flip flops is at scout camp. I wear my boots to the showers. I, get down to get into the camp shower there. I wear flip flops into the shower stall. I come back out of the shower stall and I dry off and I put my boots back on. The flip flops are just there to keep my feet off the cement in the shower so I don't pick anything up. And I would, and even some, cute city girls are smart enough not to wear flip flops. Hey, Brother Donnie, how's it going? Prep for Eternity Homestead is in the house. Let's see any other comment. Okay. So yeah, footwear is probably going to be one of your biggest issues if you're having to walk home, especially if it's raining or there's snow on the ground or if there's ice. And I tried to convince my daughter to wear boots when she was at the university up here in the wintertime. Oh, but those look so tacky. And about the fourth time she slipped and fell. It's like, okay, now are you going to get the proper boots with the proper soles on it for walking on the ice? Woohoo! Thank you, Joe. All right, Joe. Thank you very much. Yes, definitely see our spare socks. I'm just sorry, just keeping up the chat here, catching up, make sure I got everything. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. Dang it. Give me a second here, folks. There we go. And there's the new emoji I got to add to it. Woohoo! For those that can't tell, that last little emoji is like not Godzilla, but it's like one of the monsters Godzilla used to fight. So, are you prepared to deal with a monster? Okay, Ranger roll, under t-shirt, socks. Yeah. My mom used to talk about back before she first got married. She was dating a sailor, and he was showing her how they rolled their stuff up, stuff it in their thing, all their all their their skivvies and socks and everything else. Yeah. Oh, cool. Thank you, Shadow Scout. Woohoo! Yeah, so like Ranger roll, Seaman roll. No, basically the way they roll the clothes up so there's no wrinkles in it. There's a way to roll it so your clothes don't have wrinkles in it, but and everything is nice and neat. But it takes up a little bit, very little space as you pack it away. That would be a very good idea, Jeremy. Yeah, there's so let's see if we can get back to the meat of it here again. Plans. So you do your plans. You have your plan is, oh, the car breaks down. What happens? What do I do? Something caused all cars to break down. What do I do? Which way am I going to go home? What are my routes? Things to work out on your plans here. The car is working fine, but the road is blocked for some reason, and it's going to take me miles to get around. Prime example. Years ago, during the Battle of the Bay baseball thing, when the Loma Prieta earthquake hit and the San Francisco Bay Bridge had the top section collapsed and dropped onto the lower section. The Golden Gate was blocked off. They shut it down until they had a chance to inspect it. It took them 48 hours to properly inspect it. The Dunbarton Bridge was shut down for inspection. The San Rafael Bridge was shut down for inspection. The Martinez Benicia Bridge was shut down for inspection. And the Antioch Bridge was shut down for inspection. So if you're in San Francisco and you need to get to the East Bay over into Contra Costa County, you had one way to go. You had to drive all the way down the peninsula, down to San Jose, and you're heading towards the more damaged area from the earthquake. And then, you know, work your way, figure out how to work your way around to come back up the other side, up either 880 or 680 to get up into the East Bay. And normally on the weekend when it's easier to drive, that is a couple-hour drive by itself. Now you got all these commuters going that direction. And then you have overpasses that they spotted a crack in, so they shut that overpass down until Caltrans had a chance to get out there and inspect it. Yes, that's in California. And yeah, Kaylin, you're right. That was one mess, and I was in the middle of it. So was my brother's construction was out on a job site, was in the middle of it. Yeah, that was yeah. So there was a lot of that was one thing, and things, you know, that was a earthquake, and yeah, it you know, it took months for them to get most of the infrastructure. I mean, to get the Bay Bridge repaired. You know, they opened it up under limited weight things as they were fixing the anchor bolts into the concrete piers down below. But yeah, it took months and months before it was totally fixed, but it stayed up. So, like the engineers designed it, it stayed up. Exactly. Learn your country roads, old roads, hardly traveled by most. Exactly. And I'm going to pull something up here just for laughs and giggles, folks. Hope you bear with me on this one here. When I say laughs and giggles, it's just showing here. Okay, so Basalt, city in Idaho. Map. Okay. Get that out of the way. Dun, dun, dun. Actually, let me put me down in the bottom here. Okay, so I'm down in the bottom. Let me go ahead and kill the banner here. There we go. All righty, so the city I live in here, the 1/4 mile square city of Basalt. There's 91, also known as the Yellowstone Highway. And we come over here a little farther. Get out. Where is it? There's Interstate 15 way over there. Now, for me to go where I go generally to shop, I'll go to a couple things in Shelley. But mostly I go up to Idaho Falls up here. And, you know, Sam's Club is Sam's Club. Costco's up here by up here. And the Walmart Supercenter's here, over in that area over there by Ammon. And so, and then of course the other Walmart, let's zoom in here. The other Walmart, let's see, let me get that 17th. Okay, so the other Walmart is right there. And there's the other place I go up here is right over here, Guns and Gear. I've talked about that several times on about stuff going on there at Guns and Gear. Cool indoor thing. But wait a minute, that's the Snake River, and that's a bridge going over the river. Oh, there's another bridge going over the river. Where's the next bridge? Up here at US Route 20. Wow. So if I'm on the west side of the river, I got some work to do here. Down here, Sunnyside, and these aren't that far above the river. And so, yeah, this is some little dams in this area here to block this off and stuff. They got little hydro plants there and stuff. But yeah, but if you note, let me get right over here. If you notice right next to the Yellowstone Highway, you see those railroad marks there? Yeah, railroad tracks. And they are stuff going by there on these tracks all the time, and it follows it all the way down through Shelley, down here to Basalt. Now, ways I can go, I can take any of these back roads here, kind of got to jog around, and the back roads up here, and that I've used this road up here off the side of Jamison a little bit sometimes when there's stuff going on. When there's stuff going on out here, but I've also come down from where is it here? Cabela's. I've taken the road home from Cabela's just to learn it, coming down this road here through the boonies as far down as I could take it down here. And all of a sudden it gets going around here, and all of a sudden I got, unfortunately I had my GPS to get myself back on track to get, to double back here and get into around the Idaho Country Club to get myself back to where I needed. Down here, and I go past the archery range and come over and work my way down some of these other ones and down through the others here. Now, there was a bad train accident down here one time, a bad train accident for this area. But I mean, it was just a problem going on down there, and they had it blocked off. And so, yeah, I wound up taking the road down here all the way down to Goshen and back into Basalt. So you need to learn your routes around, different ways you can do it. Now, looking at the other side here, if I'm on the east side, the west side of the river, 15 coming down, if this is a problem up here in this area up here, I can take 15 down and come back across here in Shelley, coming across back here to get back in, or I can come down this one here, several different ones to get around over here, get back across. I can come down here and cut from this intersection here, come right into Basalt here, or I can take the back roads down here and get back down to this interchange down here, which my wife and I did the first time we were up here looking around. We wound up back here just to explore, taking the back roads here. And it's the back road, but it gets us up in to where we're at here. So there are you Google Maps, you can look at it and say, oh crap, maybe I ought to go look at that. And you start writing stuff down, and then you go do the at the map, and you do what it does. Hey, Walter Davis, how's it going? What else I missed? And how you can go through the county extensions, get maps of the county. And county roads, not country roads. Yeah. I know in several parts of the area, they'll talk about the county roads, and then they talk about the country roads. And the country roads are the dirt trails, the coal roads, the logging roads. You're going back in the back country. Those are the country roads. I'm just checking the chat here. Okay. Yeah, you never piss off the local farmer and the other people, because sometimes you may be out there and they're going to be the ones helping you to get back home, especially if you, or help you out if you broke down for something. Okay, so check that out. I'm just catching up on the chat here. No idiots on old gravel roads. Sometimes there are idiots there. Hey, Josh, Skinner Farms is in the house. So yeah, there is for your winter get home plan on, even if you're in Florida. I mean, I can't remember the year it was, but it was back in the early 70s. Florida had a really bad freeze. And they had something there they never normally had, black ice. So, you know, there can, the reasons for your winter travel plans: black ice, heavy rains, flooding, sleet, freezing rain, snow, mega snow. Hey, Glenn, how's it going? I said Florida, and look who pops up. Hey, Ginger Ninja. There's a whole variety of problems that winter has that summer does, more problems than summer has, including like last year we had the polar vortex. Oh man, that was so friggin' miserable. I hated driving in, even though there was no snow. I hated driving out because I have to go out there, you know, start the truck up in the shop, pull it out of the shop, and let it sit there and warm up for 10 minutes before I would go driving in it. Because if otherwise I get in there and the first time I exhaled, ice across the windshield. It's like, and I'm scraping off the ice off the inside from my breath. So I had to let the truck heat up for a while first. And different problems, you know, that you need to think about, and for what your area normally has and what it has every 20 years or so as well. And then work on plans, and plan A, plan B, and plan C for each of those type events. Because as Murphy likes to say, as Murphy Law goes, you know, if anything can go wrong, it will go wrong at the worst possible moment. And so for your winter your winter get home plan, I think, is so much more important than your summer one. Yes, in the summer you can get heat stroke and stuff, but hey, you see a tree, you go get under the tree, you're in the shade, it's easier to cool down a bit. It is so much harder to warm up out there with a cold wind blowing, and if there's any freezing fog or rain and you're getting wet, and hypothermia is a worse killer. Oh, yeah, Florida traffic with black ice. Fortunately, it was usually just at night and in the morning. But I remember watching that on the nightly news. They're talking about, oh, the orange crop is being frozen out, blah, 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 all the problems. And then they pop up, oh, there's black ice in Florida. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that would be a big problem. So I hope that everybody got some ideas, some thoughts about what to do to sit down with your family or friends and work on some plans to get home in the wintertime, and what you're going to need in your get home bag. You know, because, you know, like I said, your get home bag for the winter is probably going to be a little bit bigger because you're going to have extra clothes in there, because you're going to be, you know, getting wet, extra socks, extra shirts, blankets, the Mylar sleeping bags to keep you dry if you have to sleep out somewhere. You got your Mylar blanket, you throw a wool blanket inside, you crawl in there, and the Mylar will hopefully keep any of the ice or snow that's melting around you from getting in at you. I was waiting for this one, CR. Frostbite really bites. Glenn, black ice is fun as, well, it depends on your age and what's going on and who's driving. It can be fun like Disneyland ride on the Matterhorn, or it can be like getting a root canal. All right, let me grab something over here real quick here, get this up here. All right. So, everyone, Thursday night, 11:55 p.m. Eastern Time, kicks off the midnight ride here on GrayManPrepping. Friday, on Camp Patton Family Compound, Friday night in the homestead. The topic is home safety check for the holidays, including the electrical octopus. So we're going to be going over a lot of safety stuff over there on Camp Patton Family Compound. By the way, Camp Patton Family Compound has hit the 5,000 mark and is holding it. Let me hit the refresh button here so I can see exactly. I think we're at 5,008 now, or at least we were earlier today. We may have lost one. We're at 5,008, so the giveaway is still on. And that giveaway is going to be on the 15th, Friday the 15th. And so that giveaway is coming on. GrayManPrepping here, however, has gotten the shaft and the shadow banning from the platform. Still, oh, I just picked up one more subscriber here tonight. Woohoo! So now I'm 13 away from the 1,600 subscriber giveaway. So we get 13 more people here. We'll have that giveaway. Oh, that reminds me, I was going to do a giveaway tonight for channel members. All right, $5 Amazon gift card. Let me bring that up here right now real quick here. We're going to bring up the wheel. Okay, $5 Amazon gift card. Let me shuffle. Those that are in the survivalist level do get automatically win. They don't have to be here. Everybody else has to be here to claim it. And let's do a spin here. I'm not sure if the music's playing. They changed the formatting, and I've been having problems trying to get the music. All right, Super Scout is a survivalist member, so he automatically wins. And I got his email already, so he gets let me write this down so I don't forget it. Gets a $5 Amazon gift card. $5 Super Scout. All right, got that written down. And back here. Yeah, no audio from the wheel. I mean, I had a feeling that's the way it was. Actually, guys, I want to do a test here. Stop sharing. And I'm going to go get rid of all these notifications over here. There we go. And I'm going to try presenting again. Share screen. Entire screen. I'm going to switch the switch. The thing is that when you move the switch on it from right to left, it's not changing to a blue color saying it's on. So we'll see. Okay, I'm just going to run this again. This is not a gift. This is just a test of sound. Tell me if you hear the sound playing. All right, can you guys hear the sound? Okay, could you hear the sound on that? Yes, okay, now I know where to put the sound switch on it because it doesn't turn blue. You know how you turn things on it? You know, it's gray when it's off and blue when it's on. Well, this is gray both ways. Now I know what to do. Cool. All righty. So over on Camp Patton Family Compound on the 16th is the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. I am giving away at least 10 $5 Amazon gift cards that night. As soon as we hit 1,600 here, I'll give away 4 $16 Amazon gift cards. All righty. Friday was the home safety check for the holidays. This Saturday is prepping supplies for Christmas presents. And we're going to talk about cool things you can give to family members, coworkers and stuff to get them. Oh, wow. So this is prepping? I didn't know this was prepping. This is cool. So you make them think prepping's cool and get them on the road to prepping. Monday night on Camp Patton Family Compound, we're going to be talking about soup mixes. Put it into the jar. You have all the layers, all the stuff, ingredients for a soup mix. Also for the Ziploc bag, the seal meal bags and the Mylar bags. One of the things we used to do in Scouts, we'd make that stuff up, and they would put some pour hot water into the bag, the amount they're supposed to have in there, and they put the bag in boiling water to keep it hot. So to finish cooking the soup, make sure everything rehydrates properly. So we're going to talk about that stuff. All righty. Next Tuesday, we'll be doing announcing the winners for the $50 food challenge. I've only seen 3 that have marked their entries with the proper hashtag so I could find it. If you did one before December 2nd, you did one, it's up on YouTube, send me the link. Hang on here. It's going across there. Camp Patton Family Compound. That's what I do. All both channels stuff through that for the. That's what I do. All the YouTube stuff is I try to do it on Camp Patton Family Compound. So Camp Patton Family Compound. Send me the link to your video so I can look at it. Joe's going to help me judge it. I'm gonna and I can send it to Joe as well, and we can review it and we can pick out who it is. Right now we have Super Scout, Phelan Clan Wolf, and CR are the 3 that have done it. And actually, all 3, I'm pretty sure CR came under the amount. He listed it there. So all 3 have done made it under the $50 American money to do it. So we'll cover that. And it's also the staff sergeant's birthday on next Tuesday. I'm not sure if I can get her to come up here. So that's what's coming up here, folks. I want to thank everybody for their suggestions, comments, and everything in the site. And I froze again. So, as always, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Water, food, medicine, clothing, and add a new skill to your repertoire. All right? See you around, and take care.